Hey everybody, it's Ben. Hey everybody, it's Ben. Okay, let me. Still says sub Saturday. Should say sub Sunday. Oh, maybe I didn't push update all. That's possible. Karen's playing poker. I'm just getting chat stuff ready. It looks like we're on YouTube and yeah, we lost power for 4 hours last night. Then today I was giving a chess lesson and the power went out twice for like 2 seconds and then the router has to reboot. So that cost me like 6 minutes of the lesson. Terrible. Maybe 7. I'm always live on YouTube. I will never play followers. You didn't hear about it. You got to keep your, your ear to the road. Refresh the stream, Matthew, and it'll say Sunday. It's probably Saturday somewhere. Go Brooklyn. No sleep till Brooklyn. Yeah, our power was out from like 6:25 to 10:25 last night. And then today it went out just a couple of times during my lesson for like a second. So hopefully that won't happen again. And so forth. So we'll start analyzing games when it's 7 our time, so Chess TV is here. So I guess for the next 13, 14 minutes, you guys can just donate, and I'll just sit here and thank everybody. Man, I'm not even the highest rated Benjamin streaming. Darn. Of all your lectures, I can't remember one of my lectures. Stuckfish 2 subscribed. All my lectures are the best. Let's see if I can get rid of this heart. Because I can't get rid of it. Yay, go Futurama. Who's my favorite comedian? I don't know, me. I don't know, I sort of like Don Rickles. And I like Henny Youngman and Louis C.K. and Ricky Gervais, Dave Chappelle, so forth. My shirt is nice. Hello. A lot of people ask me, how do I get my rating up? And my answer is always the same. The more you donate, the more your rating goes up. That's correct about Don Rickles. Yeah. Our biggest donor to the streams is usually Magnus. That keeps him the highest rated. Lately, Hans has been donating a lot. 29 watching on YouTube, 72 watching on Twitch. And then on Twitch, we'll have about 1,500 viewers soon once we get on Chess TV. You guys do anything fun this weekend, or you guys don't do stuff that's fun? What did I do? I went to Publix. I got a car wash. I watched the Braves win yesterday and today. Braves game just ended. That's why I'm starting 5 minutes late. Watching the bottom of the ninth. That's about it. When my daughter was here, we started watching a mini series on Netflix, like Diary of a Murder with something, I don't know. Anyway, it's about teenagers, and one of them is smart, and she decides to look into the death of somebody in the town a few years ago that somebody had confessed to and then committed suicide, and they never found the body. And at the end of the miniseries, it's all figured out. It's for like probably teenage girls to watch, but I liked it. Also, all the actors and actresses playing teenagers were all in their 20s in real life, as per usual. JD should change his first initial to A, then he could be Advance. That would be funnier. You can't type Sucablet because that's nasty stuff. Hey, Napoleon. Although if air raid starts, then you can type that. Yeah, that's okay then. Volume check. Yep, volume's good. That's a good check. I did good. Is Lawful Waffle the only volume person? Does he need a new speaker system or something? I saw the first Alien movie in the theater when I was a kid. That scared me. Then I saw Aliens and wasn't as impressed. Might see Alien Romulus, but I mean, Karen wouldn't see that, so. Yeah, Napoleon, I was actually in Waterloo with my dad and brother, I think, when I lived in Brussels. And they visited. Are you a freelance, Ben? What? I'm a human. The truth aches, that's right. I looked a bit sick. I was trying to stream and I couldn't stream. As far as I know, I'm tip top. Exactly. Yeah, playing chess with you guys makes me ill. Were you a vegan when you lived in Belgium? No, I was a vegetarian when I lived in Belgium. What was your order at the friteur? Well, you can get fries either way. The board matches my shirt pretty well, I think. It's very festive. High moves. How do you play a sandwich? Well, first of all, you have to know where your bread is buttered and make sure that things are kosher. And frankly, make sure everything's delicious. Which Africa artist do you like? Well, I was going to name somebody who's popular in South Africa, but they're not African. So that wouldn't help. I'm not familiar with most African artists. I'm not sure if you mean like drawing art and paintings, or you mean musical artists or actors or tennis players or chess players. Who's my favorite superhero? Probably Superman. GM Eugenio Torre story. I do not have a story about him. I'm not somebody who likes waffles. I like pancakes. But I 99% of pancakes aren't vegan. So I can have pancakes at Snooze because they have these Banana Bliss vegan pancakes. But that's about it. Hello to Africa. Have you ever tried stuffed cabbage rolls? Probably. Best thing to go with pancakes? Syrup. Also, when I visit people in Michigan, there's a restaurant we go to that has vegan pancakes, which I get there. Yay, $1.99. Thanks, Scott P. The dogs are good. They're taking a nap and sleeping because they just had dinner about an hour ago. That makes them tired. Also, they're always taking a nap. What's my favorite cologne? Guess it would be Cologne, Germany. Ooh, that sounds good. The Swedish potato pancakes. I like potato pancakes a lot. I haven't had any recently. Usually they're not vegan, but I guess they could be. But yeah, that sounds good. Now, I know Trump is pretty, but he's not pretty as, and then insert funny line from Pulp Fiction here. Are you surprised by how well Hans is playing? Yes. Hans is playing better than he used to play. Like a year or two ago, Hans didn't play as well as he did now. So he improved. I'm going on perpetual podcast in about 8 days to discuss the upcoming Hans Niemann Magnus Carlsen match. So at some point between the 26th and the 31st of August, there'll be a perpetual podcast where I have like a 15-20 minute segment. And I think other people will too. I actually am streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Trying to learn subscribe to tier 2. Ooh, I should wear a collared shirt next time. Wow, that's pretty good. Against the maximum bot. What's a maximum bot? What about my bot? Viewers can see both chats in the stream as one if we do something that we don't know how to do. Eventually, we will know how to do it. Then you can see both chats. Right now, you can see both chats just like I do by having them both up. Yes, Magnus will show up and then some. What's your favorite nickname you were given? Benzu. I was called Benzu by David Glick, the Ohio senior master. He claimed the zoo in Cincinnati is the Benzu for the Bengals. So he called me Benzu. Then I got a jacket once for being on the All-American chess team, and I had it say Benzu. And Kamala's the shoe-in of the week. I was like, who's KH? Hans Niemann in reverse with Niemann spelled with a K. Then I realized it was Harris. Hello, Belgium. I lived in Belgium before you were born. Jordan has some kind of watch streak. When did you buy your first chessboard? I don't know. I wonder if I have my jacket that says Benzu. I'm going to guess, since it was 40 years ago, that the answer is no. How did you learn to play chess? Someone get this guy a TV. My dad taught me. Dear Grandmaster Feingold, my name is Patrick Holleran. I'm a chess player from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I've recently completed a road trip across the U.S. challenging chess masters. I would like to challenge you to a best of 3 games with $20 to the winner. What do you say? I've never been so insulted. Normally I would ban somebody for saying something like that, but you don't seem very bright due to your punctuation and spelling, so no. Yeah, probably you shouldn't type things on the internet. You probably need like your handlers to make sure that things are okay. Anyway, thanks for talking to me and so forth. Sorry about whatever affliction you have. Nate Shadow the Mess subscribed. Hooray! We're almost at a hype train. I think he's just kidding. I don't think he was trying to scam me. I think he was making a joke. Yeah, my shirt is good. Thanks to Karen. I think she bought it. Okay, we're on Chess TV. Hi, Chess TV. I'm Ben. I'm currently streaming and will forever be streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And if you'd like to donate, you can donate on both. The more you donate, the more donations we have. Today is Sub Sunday, so I analyze games that were submitted by subs. And by analyze, I mean I just make fun, basically. Okay, let's begin with game one. Maybe somebody on Twitch can do a marker or something. This game was on Lead Chess. And I'm Lead Chess. I'm much higher rated for whatever reason. Yep. But I was happy with this game and felt like I did good. I am black. Okay, this is a 10-minute game. Both players are around 1,050 to 1,100. So far, no blunders. So it's like a game I could play. Probably with black. I wouldn't play bishop d6. I'd probably play bishop b4. Seems more aggressive. A funnier way for the game to go would be bishop g3, takes, rook takes, and then wins the queen also. Then, due to the horizon effect, white would play knight g1. And then after this, I would go, oh no. Okay, so white played bishop d6. Black played the engine move queen d6. Long castle seems okay. e4 double question mark. Okay, this loses material. Because in this position, black can play queen b4 check. White has too many things attacked. Or white can trade first, or black can trade first, then play queen b4. Yeah, white shouldn't want to open the center because white's king is in the center and black is castled. So white should play either h3, making sure their h-pawn is safe and stopping knight g4, or just castle, queen side. And then instead of queen b4 check, which is a fork, black played knight b4, which is not a fork. Now the game is about equal again. And then queen e5 hangs the pawn on c2, which also forks the rook and the d pawn. So white should play a move that's not queen e5, like queen e2, defending the pawn on c2. So this is a tactical mistake. And black, I wouldn't give these with double question marks. That was done by the person who submitted the game, if you can call them a person. Yeah, just taking the pawn wins a pawn. Now the knight could get trapped. g5 is good. Then rook d2 is bad because of g4. Wow, it says white should play d5. That's the best move. Keeping the knight trapped. That's crazy. Nobody would play d5. Ooh, leaving the pawn on f3 seems dangerous. Yeah, here black should play g5 with the idea not only of g4, but more importantly, queen h7 with a mating attack. F4 just gives a pawn away. Yeah, and queen e3 isn't good because of the aforementioned queen h7. So white should play queen e4, stopping queen h7. Yeah, now black has an irresistible attack. And black took the rook on c2, which I didn't realize was hanging after queen h7. What's funnier is this is actually a quicker mate. And after you trade queens, black can virtually pre-move rook here and rook here. Black can't pre-move that because white can play rook here and rook here. And then rook takes h1. Or king takes. Rook takes better. But, okay, there's no defense to mate. That would have been a quicker mate. But queen takes rook gets the job done. White's defense wasn't optimal. Yay, it's me talking on YouTube. Go, Ben. Nate Shadow the Mess subscribed. Thank you. Yay, the Chess Sage gave $1.99. I'm quite serious about my offer. Well, that's good. Good job. The more you donate, the more serious you can be. Yeah, I don't play people for money on the internet. People give me money and then I play them. Although usually they give me money and I don't play them. But, if you want to play me, you could donate, $1,000 and I'll play like half a game and then it'll be abandoned. But for $3,000, I'd probably finish the game if you're lucky, which you won't be. And for $5,000, I'll annotate the game as we're playing. So yeah, 3 games for $20, that doesn't really cut it. Hold on, I'm doing arrows. For $1 trillion, I will coach Levy. I wouldn't throw a game for $5,000, but maybe for $5,001, I'll consider it. Okay, next game. Somebody do a marker for game 2. I like the way he says he's much higher rated on lead chess, and their ratings were 1,000. I wonder if the ratings on chess.com are. Okay. The underrated little kids strike back. Terrible. My most embarrassing game since returning to chess. But I'm presenting all of my games in order because the truth hurts. So white is 800 and our hero is 1250. And this is game 40. Thank you, the Chess Sage. You're the best. Okay, so Sit Bear is black. Borrowing Salad 72 subscribed. Hooray. Thanks for the sub. Okay, so our hero's black, complaining about his young opponent. So far, so theory. Knight e7 is a little unusual. Normally, they play bishop d7 there. Oh, actually, this is bishop e2. I thought it was bishop d3 because I'm hallucinating. Yeah, okay, then it's fine. Yeah, this is all normal. Bishop b5 is not a good move. Here, white should play knight a4, attacking the queen. Yeah. Yeah, now black is better. I like pawn takes because I want to play c5 later. Yeah, black has a great position. There's no reason to take a pinned piece, but it's okay. But you shouldn't take pinned pieces if you don't have to. Bishop c5 isn't liked by the engine because it's sort of loose there. Still theory. And rook c7 just loses the game, I guess. So the engine wants you to play a5 so that white can never play b4. And then you could double rooks later, I guess. Yeah, now b4 is winning because your bishop is trapped. It's just a tactical mistake. You just assumed they would go there. I wouldn't say this is your worst game. You played better than your opponent, and then in a position where you had the advantage, you missed the tactic they had. To avoid that tactic, you could play a5 or you could play d3, attacking the rook and opening up this diagonal for your bishop. But basically, you made a one-mistake game, rook c7. Then your opponent didn't punish you. Yeah, b4, and then if you take it, the queen is overworked, defending the bishop and the rook. So b4 wins a piece. Now you have to play d3, and you did. And now you're back to having a winning position. Yeah, you don't want to give up the C file. You could just double rooks on the C file. You have a funny tactic here. After all the trades, if white wins a piece, then black wins with queen c2 check, attacking the king and the queen, and the pawn can't be stopped. So rook c8 was good. After rook takes, you're still better. And then, yeah, rook b8 loses for basically the same reason rook c7 lost before. Your queen's defending the bishop, and it's defending the rook. So rook b3, or that rook b3 wins a piece. So rook b8 is the losing move again. After rook d8 or bishop c5, you're better. Okay, then your opponent decided not to win right away. Now rook b3 wins again. You could have played queen b4, and after the queen trade, and they take your bishop, you can take this with check and then take this, and you have good drawing chances because you have 3 or 4 pawns for a piece. But after this, now rook b3 wins again. Okay, and then you sacrifice to rook, playing for queen e2 mate, and unfortunately, queen d6 is mate. If queen d6 wasn't mate, like queen d6 doesn't exist, then this is a draw with correct play. But because queen d6 is mate, then it's not. So you made 2 mistakes that game, rook c7 and rook b8, and they were basically the same mistake. You kept leaving your bishop, and this is something I tell my students a lot. There's 3 kinds of pieces in chess. Pieces that are not attacked, which is all of them here. Then you have pieces that are attacked and defended, like the pawn on c5 is attacked and defended. Pawn on d4 is attacked and defended. Then you have pieces that aren't defended and attacked. Pieces that are attacked and defended, those are the most important ones. And you don't want to have a lot of that. You don't want to have a lot of pieces that are attacked and defended. Like your bishop's attacked and defended, your pawn's attacked and defended. you don't want that to happen. You don't want pressure on your pieces. And so that's why it's easy to make a move like rook c7. Now your queen is defending two things, and here your queen's only defending this, and your rook is defending this. So now b4 wins, and this is the same kind of tactic. Your queen is defending your bishop and defending your rook, so rook b3 wins. And here, your opponent finally found rook b3, and then this is just losing because you're going to lose the bishop for nothing. So you went down in flames. So that was the worst game you've played according to you. Yeah, losing feels bad. Go, Karen. Okay, next game, if somebody can do a thing. Hello, Ben. My fourth game was a quick 11-move draw right out of the opening. So here's my fifth game instead. I was black, and it was my first time playing this opening. Yeah, Toth is often sending us games in his match with his opponent. He sends all of them, except the last one, which was a draw. Okay, so our hero has black. He writes he doesn't have a rating yet, and his opponent 1635. Time control here. No time control. I think it's slow chess, but I'm not sure. It's the London. White's game is already in its last throws. It was 90-minute. Okay. Yeah, Queen C1 is not in the spirit of the opening. You have to play Knight C3. Queen C1 just like hangs the D pawn. So that's not good. Well, White was out of theory on move 3. The truth hurts. So Black's a pawn up. C3 is just pointless, nothing to do with the game. Just passive and bad. And Black's a pawn up and better. I mean, Black should play bishop h5 here. Black wants to trade the white squared bishops, since that's White's good bishop. And you wouldn't trade a bishop for a knight. I don't know why you would do that. So that's... You should be banned from the stream, but all right. Queen d8, I don't understand that. Knight c4 is okay. Knight g5 is shallow and pedantic. b6? Ugh. It just ate. That's very anti-positional. You're just going to lose the b6 pawn later. It's a good thing you were black. Ugh. Knight d7. I mean, what about your rooks? Don't you like your rooks? Knight f3. Well, at least you're obviously the better player. Yeah, you don't want to trade queens here. Your king is safer than his, and your knight's really good. You just want to activate your rooks and stop his threats. This is okay. This is still winning, but rook e4 might win a pawn. Yeah. You get the a5. Well, okay, he played a5. Yeah, he should definitely take this. Then if you play knight takes, he has rook b4. Yeah, now you're winning a lot of material. The rest is easy. and then he resigned. Yeah, you played a lot better than your opponent. But yeah, your opponent didn't play very well. Did you watch Hans Niemann on Piers Morgan Uncensored? Wasn't that 3 years ago? Jesus Christ. Stuff has happened since then. From Ireland via Dubai. Hello. I just realized something that makes me sound really stupid. Nobody's pointed this out. Why hasn't anybody pointed this out? I feel less stupid now. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see both chats. Because the stream has a chat embedded in the stream. It's under my video. So you've always been able to see both chats on YouTube. It's not one chat, it's two separate chats. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the YouTube chat and you can see the Twitch chat. I just realized that. If you're watching on Twitch, you can only see the Twitch chat. It's Twitch chat embedded in YouTube. That's correct. Yeah, I just realized you can see both chats on YouTube. Well, it's only my third time streaming on both. I knew if you watched on YouTube later, you could see the chat. That's why we have the chat as part of the stream. So glad we can't see YouTube chat. Yeah, that's true. Greasy Hobolo subscribed. Hooray. Yeah, this is the third time we've streamed on both platforms simultaneously. Well, you won't watch Twitch ads if you subscribe on Twitch, which you're supposed to do. YouTubers can't see their chat later on YouTube. That is true. Well, that's why you should watch live. I think people who, oh, that's right. If you watch on YouTube and you never watch on Twitch, you can't submit a game. But if you subscribe on Twitch and watch on YouTube, you can submit a game. What's a good vegan meal you had recently? I had some cereal. That was pretty good. Robin Van Kampen says hi with the van out from his name. I haven't seen Robin in many years. Hey, Robin. I was at the Chess Bros place earlier this year during the candidates. If he's there. I'm sure you've been there many times. It was my first time. Okay, we're having a hype train is close. Did something happen? I don't think so. Share a game for analysis? Impossible. Type exclam analysis and do what it says. Good luck. Trying to learn gave 100 bits. Thank you. The 1PD resubscribed at tier 1 for 58 months. Thank you. And we have a hype train. Fen Economist subscribed at tier 1. How did Fen Economist just subscribe and they submitted a game? Did their sub just run out and they just renewed automatically? Probably. Yeah, there's no reason not to stream on both simultaneously. It just gives us more reading to do in the chats. But that way they can donate on both. I don't know how YouTube financials work. I have no idea what we get for memberships and super chats, and I have no idea. We could get 0 for all I know. I don't know. Yeah, there should be a way if people do stuff on YouTube, they can submit a game. That's a Karen and trying to learn question. And that sounds complicated because you have to give permissions in Discord. And the permissions we have now are for Twitch subs. We'd also have to add people on YouTube who do something. They're members. I don't know. Anyway, only Karen and trying to learn can figure that out. And they're here listening, so if they agree that's a good idea, they can implement it. Also, we used to have a Discord guy, sort of ran the Discord, then I don't think he disappeared. Although he might still do it, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know the business side of it. I just know how to make fun of you. Like Karen and trying to learn, well, never mind. Karen never makes fun of the chat. That's all I do. And Karen and trying to learn make fun of the chat. Karen and trying to, especially with Yo Mama jokes, Karen and trying to learn do all the technical stuff. And we also have a YouTube editor and she does technical stuff also. So the thing you're talking about, I know what you're saying, but I got nothing. It's all Karen and trying to learn. Anyway, all these questions about who pays you more and what happens, that's trying to learn and Karen. I got nothing. I do my own makeup. It's true. You have to understand, like, the amount of work it takes to stream. All you see is the finished product. But we have computers and laptops and monitors and lights and cameras and microphones and 1,000 cords and headphones if necessary for certain other things, and tables and chairs. And it takes up a large space in our basement. We used to have a ping pong table and we played right where I'm sitting. And we haven't done that in like 4 years. We used to play ping pong a lot. And now we can't because we don't have the space in our house. And for me, it's relatively easy because I do very little. And Karen does most of it. Then Trying to Learn does some. And Trying to Learn's family used to help out. And also our YouTube editor. Without all these people, you wouldn't be seeing me stream. Yay, Pete Booth gave 9 quid 99. I have nothing to say. What are you, British? Yay, go quid. Man, 9 quid 99 used to be a lot. Now the dollar got higher and the quid went down. But like 35 years ago, that was like $25. No, I lived in New York City in 1999 and in 1988. And I lived in Brooklyn twice for about 4 months. But I've lived in this house in suburban Atlanta for like 8 years. And Karen's lived in this house over 20 years. Yeah, I have 2 kids. Karen has 2 kids. And we have 2 dogs, Vatals. One of my kids I don't speak to anymore. My other kid is going to be a senior at Wayne State University starting in 2 weeks. Karen's older son is going to be a senior at MIT, also starting like in a week or 2. And Karen's younger son goes to high school here in suburban Atlanta. And he's half the time here and half with his dad, but mainly here, like 65% of the time. Our dogs are about 7 years old, so they got about 4 years left, I guess, based on how big they are. They're both 80, 90 pounds. It says they live about 11 years. We've had them like 90% of their life, I guess. We have no cats. If we had cats, the dogs would kill them. I have a brother who watches this stream on Twitch, and he's a chess master also. But my point is, other people who stream that don't have a team like we have, it's very difficult. Like to have like a good setup with good lighting and good camera and, not have a stream that doesn't work. Some streams, like I guess Komsky would be a good example where he's probably not getting a lot of help, sort of dark. Botez and Hansen and Hakaru have huge budgets for their stream, and it looks beautiful. Like they spend a lot of money on making their stream look good and have good YouTube videos and stuff. Okay, next game. It's Tortellino. The same 5 people submit games every week. Hi, Ben. It's Tortellino with the most unforgiving game you'll see in the next few minutes. My opponent played F6. Thanks, Scott P, for $9.99. Go team. Thank you. My opponent played F6, so I stopped thinking and sacrificed random pieces on random squares in order to punish him. Worked out exquisitely. I know you're going to dislike Bishop takes F6 early in the game, but I thought I could stop him from castling. And then he has a sad face emoji. Thanks for pushing through the pain of Sub Sunday every Sunday. Maybe one day someone will send a decent game. Don't lose hope. Yeah, speaking of that, Pat is always here for Sub Sunday, and he always submits a game. And he's always on the stream. So where's Pat? Okay, Tortellino's white. Played on chess.com. 3-minute with a 2-second increment. White is 1640. He's our hero. And black is 1609. Was Pat a man or a woman? Well, on SNL, Pat's a woman. On our stream, Pat is a man. And he's sat on the stream here with us a few times. He lives like 20, 30 minutes from me. So our Pat, who submits games on Sunday, who's a moderator, he's a man. The Pat on SNL, that was played by a female actress. I haven't spoken to Spencer in a year and a half. Yeah, that's right. A year and a half. Yeah, 18 months. As far as I know, he lives in upstate New York, but I can't prove it. He could live anywhere. I think if he died, I would know about it. Because about once every 6 months, I talk to his sister. He has 2 half sisters. One of his half sisters is my daughter, and she hasn't spoken to Spencer in like 6 years. But he still talks to his older sister, half sister, and I do occasionally. We're on pretty good terms. That's right. He does like steamed hams. Submitting games, impossible. Do I have grandchildren? Not that I know of. Okay, so our hero's white. Exchange French. I play that sometimes. I haven't played that move, but okay. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, pretty equal. Bishop D3 is probably more active than Bishop E2. Okay, pretty equal. Pretty equal. Bishop takes F6, terrible. Yeah, you told me I wouldn't like Bishop takes F6, and you were right. Yeah, the bishop's pinning the knight, so you don't take. That's just a weak player's move. You want to play something aggressive, so the 2 moves that come to mind, because you've castled and your opponent hasn't, are knight e5 and knight h4. Knight h4, the idea is to play knight f5, and knight e5 is attack the bishop by discovery, and you can push your kingside pawns. So this move gives black the advantage. Knight takes doesn't make a lot of sense. Queen takes, we defend e5 and h4. So queen takes makes white's knight more impotent than a Nevada boxing commissioner. Man, I can't talk. Okay, so this is pretty equal. I like f4. The engine doesn't like f4, but that's, you got to play for a win. Queen c7's a bit passive. Probably queen b6 was better. Still, this is about equal. Engine prefers black. a4 doesn't make any sense. a6 makes less sense. What? a5 doesn't make any sense. Just bishop here wins a pawn. Just every move is terrible. f6 is a bad move because white can sacrifice on d5, which is correct. Yeah. Never play f6 would apply to this position. It weakens the white squares and the diagonal to black's king. It allows this tactic, which gives white the advantage. Now, black, strangely, should play knight takes e5. And it says black has equalized. And the variation it gives is too complicated. So, yeah. But he played the obvious c takes d5. Now white's winning. Yeah, and white's just winning. We could see a smother mother if black plays king g8. But we're not going to see that. I wonder if rook takes e8 is also good. Yeah, rook takes e8 is actually much stronger than queen takes f7. Yeah, and here we can play rook f8, and black's not doing so badly. Now black's king isn't doing well. f5, very strong move, threatening queen g8 and queen g6. Yeah, that's why black should have played rook f8 and not traded rooks. And then white just mops up. And okay, this is an interesting. And black resigned. Very good. I've seen worse games. Apparently, I was winning after knight f2 check. What? What game are you talking about? Oh, a game that you haven't submitted. I was like, where knight f2 check? Where did that happen? Okay, somebody do a marker for the next game. This is from Sizzle Them Juices. My first ever daily chess match on chess.com. I was saddened when my opponent resigned. That never saddens me. And too quickly for my nice lines to play all the way out. That's good trash talking. White is 1348 and black is 1416. I don't see it's a daily game. Okay. Okay, white is our hero. Did you ever know that he was my hero? Okay, we need 51 subs on Twitch to get to 800. That's doable. We can get 51 subs. Karen's playing poker and she's always here in spirit. Yeah, when black plays knight f6, you take on d5. Knight f6 is an inaccurate move. Most low-rated players just play knight c3 and transpose, but knight f6 is a mistake because when you take, you have the advantage. If you buy my course on how to play d4 with white, you'll see the variations where white is getting a big advantage. Now it's just a QGD. Now it's a semi-Slav. GB7 is very passive. Grandmasters would take on c4 here or play h6. White is better. Very good play from white. It's interesting. That's an interesting way to play. Also interesting is g4, g5, attacking the king with all your pressure here on the king. But okay, this was interesting. A3 is good, stopping knight b4. Yeah, this is just really good. Ooh, f6. Ooh. Yeah, that's ugly. Yeah, this is strategically winning for white. Black's position, all his pieces are terrible. Black should play f6 to f7, his only hope. Yeah, now white just wins immediately. And white did win immediately. Check. Knight g6 check. Knight takes rook, double check. Knight takes knight, then knight takes e6. And before white could play knight takes e6 and be up a lot of material, black resigned. And white was like, no, don't resign. Knight takes e6 is coming. So the game should continue. Queen takes here. And white has the f4 square to retreat to. And white's up an exchange and a pawn. Pretty easily winning endgame. But instead, after knight c7, black resigned. Yeah, your opponent didn't play very well, but you did. Like, you probably played close to 85, 90 that game. Your opponent probably played in the high 60s. Kramnik will not investigate that game. Okay, did we get 51 subs yet? Versity subscribed and GM Tortolino subscribed. Okay, we only need 50 subs and we're back in business. I am very handsome, that's correct. Okay, this is from Clark, who submits every week. This week, I got beat by a very strong player who was old before you were born. That is correct. And I know your opponent, Elliot Winslow. Me and Elliot were like, that son. Last time I saw Elliot was in New Jersey at the U.S. Open Seniors Tournament. Thanks, David Cohen, for $8.18. You're the best. Elliot Winslow is an IM, and he is probably about 20 years older than me, if that's possible. And he's also quite a good backgammon player, but he doesn't play backgammon anymore. far as I know. And he's a low-rated IM because he's about 70. So, yeah. Okay, so Clark is rated 1,600 something, and he's getting paired with an IM, so he must be having a good tournament. Let's celebrate his first super donation on live stream. Agreed. So we have 1,600 watching on Twitch and 100 watching on YouTube. For those of you who are new to the stream, last week, we started streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if you want to see both chats, you can go to YouTube and see both chats if you're watching live. If you're watching any of this later on YouTube, like our editor made a short, then you can still see the Twitch chat, which has a lot more viewers. But you can still donate on both, Twitch and YouTube. So the only question is, since this is our third stream on both, has anybody donated on both? Or do they stick to their platforms? And the answer is fries. Yeah, we usually don't have games with IMs unless somebody played somebody in a simul. But this was an actual slow game. Yeah, Elliot Winslow used to live in St. Louis. And we talked one time about when he visited St. Louis or when I lived in St. Louis, his time there and what restaurants have closed in the meantime and so forth. Are you out of all your poker tournaments?
Yeah, I cashed in this last one too.
You cashed in both?
Yeah, I cashed in 3.
3 tournaments? How many did you play all day? 6 or 5?
No,
Those are your options.
4.
Dang. That's better though.
Yeah, and I decided not to do the Boskies.
Yeah.
Because I've got to set up the computer.
So you played 4 tournaments and cashed in 3 of them.
Yeah, today was good.
And then soon you'll be getting paid to play poker online. Oh, snap.
Yeah, I needed to set the computer up.
Did you want to come on stream for a minute or you don't look ready for it?
I can come for a second.
Somebody said, where's Karen? And by somebody, I mean everybody watching on both streams.
Yeah, I can come for a second.
It's Karen. Yeah, talk about your poker. They don't care about my chess.
I mean, there's nothing to say. I played 4 tournaments today, and I cashed and got bounties. Some of them were bounty tournaments, so I knocked people out, and I got a bunch of bounties. So it was good. It was a good day.
So this is funny. The guy who always submits a game every week, he lives in San Francisco area. He plays at Mechanics. He played Elliot Winslow last round, who's an IM. And he's only 1,600.
Oh.
So he must be having a good tournament, getting paired with an IM.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Elliot Winslow's older than we are.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's probably 70 on a good day. Might be older.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we've got stuff where I've seen a little bit of the chat. We'll definitely get it so that the chat's combined, so that any clips will have both the YouTube and Twitch. And then Trying to Learn was saying on the Discord we need to hook it up, or I don't know if he's going to do it or anyway.
Yeah, somebody asked about that and suggested that people who on YouTube have given us money can do that. I don't know how. Maybe members? I don't know.
Well, Trying to Learn sent me a link.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do all this stuff. We're going to get it done. I've got to finish setting up our new desktop computer. But yeah, I mean, my poker today was really good. I played the 4 tournaments that I mentioned, and felt like I was playing well. And I just decided one of the things I do that's bad to do, and I do this with chess too, is when I'm too tired, it's like I just on autopilot and I just grind, and it's not productive, and you don't do well. So I already cashed in 3 of my 4 tournaments, so I've got other things to do, so why keep playing?
Mm-hmm.
I do that with chess a lot too, where I just...
All the people watching do that with chess.
I'm sure they do.
Shiro1744 subscribed. Thank you.
So what are you doing? So all these are viewer analysis.
Yeah. Yeah, I just started looking at the game where the guy who submits every week played the IM. Mm-hmm. The guy who submits every week did not do well.
Twitch is a time sink, but so is YouTube, says Kay Marison. How's it going?
Oh, that's a good question. When you're streaming your poker on Twitch, are you all going to do dual stream like I do?
So, probably. I mean,
Frankly,
I
the
don't
more
know.
you guys donate, the more she'll stream.
I mean, if you guys are interested in the poker, I need to build an audience for me and for poker. And so some of our chess people, don't care about poker. But, you don't have to watch if you don't like poker. I think it does make sense just to go ahead and stream on both. Yeah, Napoleon, you went from the lecture you were watching to the live. Oh, you like poker? I love poker. And the thing is, I was trying to watch some poker streams today a little bit while I was playing poker just to get some ideas about how to do it. What kind of, because there's so many different styles. I like Kevin Martin's stream a lot. I like Lex Veldhouse. And then there's a few of the Stormers streams that I like. I was watching Weasel a little bit today.
Somebody asked if you bluffed today. And my follow-up question is, were you bluffing with your muffin?
Well, there are always a few hands of bluffing, semi-bluffs. But I'm not the greatest poker player yet.
Mark said he asked for an Impossible Burger once, but was told they didn't exist. Impossible.
All you want is more sub days. There's been so little uploaded to YouTube lately. What do you mean by that? That's little uploaded. I thought stuff had been uploaded. And what do you mean by sub days?
Yeah, that sentence didn't make a lot of sense. We need a translator.
What might be maybe the special content.
Hans is killing it, Karen. Top 10 is coming. Then you win your $5,000 bet with Ben.
I've been calling it all along. I said he's headed for top 10, and I believe that he can be world champion.
One time Homer needed to make some more money, so he decided to charge Marge for sex. That way he would have more money. And then Marge says, I don't have that kind of money to spend on sex. So she couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, all this is, I've called it. Now, what do you guys think about Hans versus Magnus in Paris coming up?
On my birthday.
I know he's not ready to be world champion yet, but I'm just saying he's on that path. I think he can do it. No, he's not ready yet, but I think he has a chance to beat Magnus. I think he has a chance. Who wants it more? I think Magnus wants to not be beat by Hans pretty badly, so I'm sure they're both going to bring their A games. You don't feel like you've had a lot of edited videos lately, Bruce Woodcock? You like clips, you mean? That might be true. I know there's been some 5 Minute with Ben's and the lectures. And
Man, we have more videos on this channel than any chess streamer does on any channel.
well, I mean, we had all those games from your games. Those were each a video. So I don't know. There's been a few videos.
Yeah, we put up like 3 videos a day. Most people do 3 videos a week. You're banned for not understanding how YouTube works. Next question.
I should say the poker speaks for itself as I mic drop in an interview. That would be funny. If I'm ever good enough to be interviewed and win a tournament, then I'll say that as a little in joke. I promise. The poker speaks for itself.
You're explaining what the guy said recently. What guy? What?
Oh, you're not complaining about oh, you're just explaining what the other guy was saying. Oh,
The other guy's banned.
I got it. It doesn't matter. Bruce is helping interpret, and the other guy may just be confused.
I can put up the list of videos on this channel if you like. I can see the videos we put up. We put up dozens of videos every week.
Thank you, Bruce.
Maybe you were banned from the channel and you can't see the new videos. It's possible.
No, it's not possible.
Yeah, if you go to anybody else's chess channel, we put up more videos per week than any other chess streamer. So I hope you apologize soon. Also, you're banned. Do I think Gotham Chess will reach GM? I don't even think Gotham Chess will answer my email. So I guess not. All right, let me go to a YouTube here.
I hope he does, but
And then I'll just refute everything you've ever said, and you'll have to donate.
but he's
I go to my YouTube channel like all the time. Ben Feingold.
But didn't he have won his last tournament bad, like with some lower rated players?
So this is remarkable. The paper tablet.
Let's see. This is Ben Feingold. That's the wrong channel.
Oh, wait, what are those things?
I don't know. Somebody else like pretending to be us, I guess. Would be the most likely. Okay, I'm on my channel now. Okay. I'm on the YouTube channel, latest videos. Latest video 4 hours ago. Next latest 1 day ago. Next latest 1 day ago. Next one 2 days ago. Next one 3 days ago. Next one 3 days ago for members only. Next one 4 days ago for members only. Next
Well-
one 4 days ago.
Hang on.
Next one 4 days ago.
Hang on.
Next one 5 days ago. Yeah.
Well, he's clarified now what he means, and so I do understand now what he means. He's talking about where you play subs. He hasn't seen any clips lately. If you
I only
subs.
play subs once a week on Saturdays. I didn't play subs yesterday because we couldn't stream. I play subs on Saturdays. So only once a week will you see any of that. So basically you're banned for not understanding how the channel works.
No, thank you, Triathlete.
Only play subs once a week.
We got it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. You think I play subs every day and we post videos. I play subs on Saturday. And then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, our YouTube editor will take some of that and make a video. I didn't do it yesterday because I tried to stream and I couldn't. We lost power.
Yeah, I can't.
And some Saturdays we're not here, like when we're in Vegas.
All right, now I can see the Twitch chat.
You're talking about a very specific video that comes out once a week and saying it's only coming out once a week. So you're incredibly banned.
I'm just scrolling up for a minute. You believe in Levy moves? I mean, I think he could do it. It just seems like he's got a lot on his plate because he's such a successful streamer, is all.
Can't find the YouTube page. Terrible.
And YouTuber.
If you're watching the stream and you look at the panels under the stream, one of them says subscribe to Ben and Kieran's YouTube page. What?
Well, what is it? What happens if you click on it?
It goes to our YouTube page, I guess. He just said he couldn't find our YouTube page.
Oh, okay.
You can't go to YouTube and type in Benjamin Feingold or Ben Feingold or Chess
I thought you were
Ben.
trying to say it wasn't working, but it's working.
It's Tinu Chess. Hey, Tinu. We didn't get to your game yet. I'm too busy explaining to people on YouTube and Twitch they don't know what they're doing.
All right, well, maybe we should get back to some
The
chess.
only thing worse than the people on YouTube and Twitch, if that's possible, which I'm not saying it is, are the people on Reddit. Okay, so our hero's white. This is game 90 plus 30. It's a Pirc. So far, so good. Yeah, bishop d3 is a mistake. Typically, white wants to play queen d2 and f3 and h4. play for a kingside attack. Even g4 here is good because black's played knight bd7, blocking the bishop. And bishop doesn't belong on d3. If you're going to move your bishop, then you want to go to e2. d3 just blocks the defense of the d pawn, and the bishop's blockaded by both of his pawns. Still better for white. And now it's, again, very slightly better for white. Knight h4 is not a bad move, threatening to take on g6. Never play f3. Yeah, f3 is a mistake because you played knight h4, so once you play f3, your knight's trapped on h4. So you could play aggressively by playing b4 and kicking the knight away. But yeah, the engine still says you're better after b4. After this, you're worse because your knights can't get back into the game. Slightly worse. Knight d4 is a strong move from your opponent. Ooh, you can't do that. Ooh. Yeah, you can't give away your dark squared bishop. Your pawns are all on white squares. Even the ones that aren't. And you can't open up the bishop and the queen and trade your bishop for the knight. You have to play queen f2 here. Then you're very slightly worse. No big deal. Now you're much worse. Ooh, you can't do that. Oh. No, now you're opening this up and you're opening this up. Yeah, you can't put your rook on d4 in the opening. Now you're banned from the stream. Yeah, now you're completely lost. Yeah, here you have to move your knight, probably to b1. So here it all went downhill. You needed to play queen f2. This is a mistake, and then this is a blunder. Yeah, now you're just lost because you can't. You're pinned, and you can't give away all the dark squares like that. Yeah, now he's discovering double, triple check, discovering on you. F5 is good. Yep. And then you resigned. Yep. Yeah, I guess if you play rook d4, like c5 would win because your rook doesn't have any squares to stay on the bishop. Rook f4, g5. Obviously, taking would just win, but yeah. Yeah, so you made a series of strategical errors in this position. So here you're better, and you played f3, which is bad, and you played g3. The engine wants you to take this knight because knight d4 is annoying. Then you have to play queen f2, and then you can't play rook takes d4. So basically all your moves were bad. If you made any good moves, you would have won because he's an old man. But if you make all bad moves, then even the old man can win. Yeah, the truth hurts.
Yeah, I play chess too. Nugget.
Yeah, you're continuing the gift sub you got from me. Thanks, Element Chantos. You don't understand why he didn't play h3 instead of f3. h3 would be better. Yeah, f3 keeps the knight on h4 is no good.
48 subs until 800. Let's go, says Tensor.
Agreed. Well said. Hey, we haven't been on YouTube, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Probably we got 20, 30 donations. Oh, we got 0.
Oh. When will you expand your streams to Rumble? I don't know. Probably
What?
never.
Sounds like something you made up. Zach Winter 97 subscribed. All right, so that was good. Maybe it was your first time playing an IM in a slow game. Okay, this person already submitted a game, so they submitted another one. Which he's been known to do.
All right, I think before you start, I'm gonna be over there off stream because I've got to work on setting up our new computer. So I'm gonna do that and just kind of listen to you guys. I might pipe in from across the room.
Okay, this was my last game, and my objective was to secure a draw. You're already banned. My opponent had previously drawn against a 2,000 plus rated player who finished second in the tournament.
I should click live over there.
Terrible. I aimed for a boring opening, terrible, that neither of us knew well, hoping to gain an advantage. I got the draw, which leaves my standard rating at 1785. I'm afraid you're banned. Yeah, never play for a draw. Never tell me how strong your opponent is when your opponent's rated 100. I don't want to hear that. Okay, so normally I would ban you, but instead we'll look at your game. Knight c3. Man, I hope you got to draw this game. Terrible. B3. Already black concedes the initiative. E5. I just ate. Yeah, obviously black should play d5. E5. I mean, black is still better. White's play is shallow and pedantic. Rook b1. Yeah, I'm glad you drew this game. Basically, every move black should play f5, and black never plays f5. A4. What a horrible move. Bishop takes c4. So basically on this stream, we've seen several instances of people trading bishops for knights for no reason. Just like, I'll trade a bishop for a knight. So you should all be banned. So I want you to write your names down and send it to me if you traded a bishop for a knight so I can read the list out loud and ban it as I go along. God, what a bad move, giving up all the white squares. Rook b8. Knight b5? That's okay. Ugh. Every move is a mistake. Opening up white's bishop, good idea. C3. Now I'm PO'd. Black should have played b5 previously, but this is still okay for black. Queen a7 check. Looks all right. Your d4 is a mistake. You should play e4, block this bishop, and kill the bishop. Now white's bishops are excellent. Now white's winning. Knight d5 is terrible. Such a bad move. God, just take on e5. Your bishop is so good. And then the game was agreed drawn, which is a reasonable result. So that game, either player played very well, especially white. Then black had a great position. Then black gave white a winning position. And then they agreed to a draw when white was slightly better. Still reasonable. But yeah, you want to play on in this position because you have a passed A pawn and you're up a pawn currently. And if black takes this, they're going to lose the H6 pawn. So if you have white here, you want to play on. Black is sort of begging for a draw. So technically, black's position is okay, but white's still better. Yeah, don't submit 2 games anymore. Terrible. Well, white gave a preamble, Tinu, about, I wanted to draw because my opponent's good, and, I played for a draw the whole game. So, yeah. These players are rated 1700-ish. If you show your game, you're banned. Yeah, and Bruce is banned. Everybody's banned. If you're not banned, you're not trying. Okay, Tinu's game is next. I am white here. Also, isn't it past your bedtime? I haven't played any good games this past week. So here's an England Gambit game. I've seen this variation a lot in Bullet, and you can have some bite in Bullet, but in Rapid, frankly, ridiculous. Yeah, I played this in Bullet and Blitz a lot for black, but it does lose by force. Okay, both players are about 2,000, and this was a 10-minute game. So black played the queen sacrifice, which I've played on stream many times. Here, queen a3 is the best move. Let's see, get back to the stream, cross the streams. So black sacked the queen. Actually, in one of my blitz games online, somebody played queen d2 here against me. That's not good. So I've had black in this position a lot. It's just winning for white. But my results are pretty good. White is up a queen after all. White's still up a queen. White continues to be up a queen. Wow, bishop h7 check. Crazy like Fox News. But it's still good. Unnecessary, but good. Yeah, now the rook is attacking this, but it's also defending this other rook. White did a good job of simplifying into a winning endgame. It's funny, the engine says queen takes rook is bad because of knight e2 checks. You have to take the knight. And you're still better here because you have a queen for a rook and a knight. And you have threats. And the king is exposed. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, now it's a fairly simple win. I wouldn't play queen b1, but that doesn't hurt. Knight h5? Until here, the game is pretty reasonable. Black sacked a queen for nothing, and then black never got enough counterplay, and white was trading and winning. And then black played knight h5, hanging the f7 pawn with check. Boo! Frankly, a terrible move. Yeah, here queen d5 is forced mate, as the engine points out. But this is also winning. King h4? Wow, what a move. Mate. Not only is it mate, but it wins the knight. Even if there was an extra file, like the I file, yeah, the black king would still be in checkmate. All the squares on the I file are defended. Checkmate with advantage. Also, I have a question for Tinu. Why didn't you play for a draw from move one? Rawr. You're not allowed to laugh at the commentary unless you're a sub. Somebody give Nugget a sub. He'll have a nugget of wisdom then. He'll be golden. Well, the knight's worth 3. We don't have a value for the king. So capture the knight. Oh, give me the knight. Uh-huh. 2 knight. I'm hot and thirsty. I only brought 2 waters down with me. What else? Okay, Fun Economist, who just re-upped his sub, submitted a game. Short and stupid, but not too stupid. I don't usually show blitz games, but I've been too cowardly to play a real-time control lately. Okay, this game is 3 minute with a 2-second increment. And Fun Economist is white. He's our hero. And this was played on chess.com. Players are rated 1358 for white and 1436 for black. Somebody do a marker. Okay, so E4, best by test. Now, black played a move I'm not familiar with. Queen C7. Never seen that move. Bishop takes doesn't make a lot of sense, but all right. It's fine. Bah. Terrible. Knight H6. Oh. It smells better than NH3, but still. Was it what white to play? F5? F5 or D4. Something aggressive. That just hangs the queen side. E5. What about taking here and then the knight and the rook? How do you save your knight? Feel like knight G8, your rook's hanging. This just wins the knight. Queen takes G7. Oh, give me the knight. E5. Oh. Oh. That's the worst move played on the stream today, because this position is better for white if it was black's move, and this gives all of white's advantage away, and after knight F5, black's better. So E5 is the worst move of the day. Queen takes G7, wins a pawn, and wins another more material. And E5 lets the knight go to F5. So E5, the worst move of the day. We have a prize for that. Giving black an open file to your king is not bad when you take a free knight. Also, it's not bad because your opponent has no attack. Also, you're banned. Yeah, taking things is good. Take pieces and pawns and such. Rook G8. Oh, God, that's terrible. G5. I mean, you guys are giving it away. Why do people give all their pieces away? Queen takes. Now knight E4. I like knight E4. Dubious. That's a great move. I mean, there's no reason not to just take this pawn. It seems like when you have free pawns, you don't take them. So my advice as a chess coach is to take them. Yeah, now you're doing it. And now you're just winning. Bam! Queen E5 was first played in the game Gotcha versus Bitch. And I think they were playing it Oh No versus You Didn't. King D8 forced. Yeah, you're up several pawns. That just loses material. Check. Good move. King C8? Well, that's not good. King C8. I mean, the rook's attacked. So if I was playing a blitz game, I would play King E8. Bam. That game wasn't the best game of the day, but it wasn't the worst. Or was it? Anyway, you're obviously better than your opponent. So that's the important thing we've learned from this game. Yeah, black played incredibly badly that game for like the whole game. Like, and the chess review thing just puts question marks and dubious and blunders next to like all of your opponent's moves. They're all bad, and they should feel bad. Well, they were in time trouble on move 1, so yeah. And his children's children. Okay, marker for the next game. White's name was opponent. Hi, Ben. Slow time control OTB game played last Sunday. I've been learning up on the Benoni and decided to try it for the first time in a slow game. And my opponent was rated almost 300 points higher than me. I was winning, but lost the game on a miscalculation where I apparently forgot bishops can move backwards. I'd love your thoughts on the opening and early middle game. Okay, black is rated 1086. White's rated 1366. And I don't know what the time control was, but it was a slow game. Okay, and black is our hero. Did you ever know that you're my hero? A guy that I knew, he said he was trying to meet a hero, and I told him to go on Grindr. So I don't know how he's doing. He hasn't talked to me since. Okay, unusual move order for the Benoni, especially this kind. But it's fine. Yeah, you don't want to play a6. That's too slow. Yeah, e3 is not very good. You're doing it again. You can't give up bishops for knights. Just move the bishop somewhere. Oh. Okay, so white's better. Black's very passive. Give up his good bishop. Knight e8's good to play g6, knight g7, or knight c7, b5. And bishop g5. Very good. Okay, good play. Good game. Yeah, here, because the pawn's on a4 instead of a3, black should take and cement his knighted on c5. If the pawn was here, then taking would be anti-positional because white takes back and controls c5. Ugh, letting black take with the knight. That's not good. Okay, that's good, attacking the pawn. Yeah, this is the competition I have with black a lot. It says white's slightly better. Queen c1 is good. All these moves are good. I've never been so mad. Here comes the attack. Yeah, here the knight's too strong, so white should take the knight. When it's right to take the knight, which it never is, then you guys don't do it. Also, taking on f5 is reasonable. You know, black has entered white's position. Yeah, just rook df8's good and break through. h5's good. 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 Yeah, black's winning. Black has broken through. So now black has a fairly simple win. Rook f2 check, attacking the queen. And if rook f2, queen g3, knight f2, and white doesn't have any pieces left. So rook f2 was a simple win, but you played here, not realizing bishops go backwards. Also not a good move because of rook g1, but yeah. Yeah, so if you had played rook f2 check here, you would have won the game. But you played here, and then when he took back, you went, oh. Yeah, and I wouldn't resign here, because, you still just keep attacking. Rook f8, h4. You don't resign. Yeah, no resigning on my stream. Unless you're playing me. Then still don't resign. Not a lot of chat on YouTube. Roy LT, also known as Royalty, subscribe with Prime. Always subscribe. Okay, we need 45 subs to get to 800. Man, talking about subs making me hungry. Karen's making the computer work. It's all pretty. You can't really see the pretty part. Northern Web is gifting a sub. Good, good. Thanks for gifting a sub. The ad experience on Twitch is good if you subscribe. We're 41 subs away from 800. And we're only 241 subs away from 1,000. What is the address to send moves? 123 Main Street, anywhere USA, 11111. $999,240 subs away from 1 million. I think that's right. Yeah, Shelbyville, also good. Okay, the last game was submitted. I assume White submitted it. It says me versus opponent. This OTB practice game was played on a breezy restaurant patio at a Wendy's in Indiana. I'm sure you can't think of anything more idyllic, except for one thing. The game was unrated, but I included the players' USCF ratings for context. To say that my opponent and I are a little rusty is an understatement. I hope you didn't eat, because there's lots of blunders, and the game is a roller coaster of changing computer evaluations. Even worse, the player that was winning offered a draw at the end. I thought the final position was worth examining in order to see how to win it. So the game might be worthy for inclusion on your stream, or something. They're playing 20 minutes with a 10-second delay. Space Odyssey, things that happen in your dreams didn't really happen. You can't get FIDE to rate that. It has to be actually true things that happened, not things you imagined. But thanks for the question. Okay, last game, somebody do a thing, a marker. If there's any mods here. So far, so good. White's playing great. No, D5 attacking the knight. Keep pushing your pawns in the center. Now the pawns can get attacked by the bishop and the knight and the D pawn. So you went from like close to winning to equal. D5's playable. Yeah, this is very good for white. You know, white's played a great game. Bishop F4? That's not a move I would consider. Bishop F4. F5, wow. Okay, white's still much better. Big space advantage. Ooh, B5. That weakens the knight's protection on C6 a lot. Knight A5 is a good move. Yeah, here white should play either H4 or B3, defending the C4 square. Yeah, now knight a5, the knight has 2 good squares to go to. Now white has to play the tactic knight d5, attacking the knight, which is super complicated because if knight b3, then later white can play knight c7. But the engine says knight takes d5 is the best move. But he played here, that's more sensible, I guess. Yeah, and here b3 was good again, kicking the knight out. That just loses to b3. No, you play b3. No. Yeah, now if he plays knight a3 attacking your queen, you can move your queen somewhere, doesn't matter where. And then when you take the pawn, the knight has trouble getting out and the a pawn's attacked. White's winning here. It says +3 for white. No, you played queen c1. Now black's better. Can I play b3 here? Yeah, b3. It just forks 2 pieces. Bishop d1's not. b3, trapping your bishop on a4. So b3 is the worst move of the game, and that's saying something. Yeah, just bishop takes d1, black's a pawn up. This just knight c3 just wins. You're attacking the queen and the bishop. Okay, so white's up a piece. Good. Could just take a pawn here, but okay, it's fine.
Can you see me over here?
I don't know. Nope. Yeah, queen takes is bad. In the middle game, the pieces have their say. In the end game, the pawns can have their say. So you want to take with the rook here, and white's still winning. Well, that just blunders a piece. You have to take with the f pawn. Rook takes just walks into d4. No! No, d4, forking 2 pieces. What else? No, not trading a bishop for a knight again. What a great bishop that was. Okay, so now white's just winning up a piece. Nothing to see here. Very easy win for white. I wouldn't play c6, but it's winning. Doesn't matter. It's just very easily winning for white. And they agreed to a draw. White just easily wins by moving the king here and taking. I mean, black has to keep his king here. Just and then get 4 queens or 3 queens. Yeah, king here, king here, king here. And then black resigns. Well, there's nothing to it. Yeah, and if black ever plays d3 or e3, it's even easier. Then you just come here and take the pawns. So yeah, white's completely winning in the final position. White was winning for a long time. Then white didn't do anything to win. White just moved the bishop back and forth. But yeah, in this position where they agreed to a draw, just king c2, king b3, etc. That's too bad. You're winning in the final position. You could have won by moving your king here and taking all his pawns. Anyway, that was good. I like that game. That was exciting. Yeah, not terrible. Both sides were winning. Both sides made standard kind of mistakes that weren't good. And then they played to a draw. That's fair. Hopefully the French fries were good. $2,000 viewers. What else? Okay, we need 41 subs. We got to get something out of this stream. 800 subs would be good.
I'm going to go back up.
After king b3, e3. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I go here. I take all your pawns. Nothing is easier. Yeah, just an easy win. Just no problem. Just here and take all the pawns. Etc. Matthew Escalin gifted a sub. Are you coming back down?
No.
No.
After this stream, I've got to do something else right now. But
Uh-huh.
I'll come down, but it'll be later.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You won't be down here.
Right.
I don't think.
Yep.
I just gotta do something.
We have the right bishop because we have a bishop. The most difficult part to learn is to not take a draw and just play them out so you learn something. Let's get a hype train. We need one more thing to happen for a hype train. The line you give with e2, king takes c6, white's up a piece. King c4, and white's a piece up. There's nothing to it. Jim Can Chess is gifting a sub. Good, good. The hype train is still close for some reason. How was it close and now it's closer? Yay, Scott P, $9.99. Good, good. The more you donate, the more money we have. That's all the games that were submitted. If you want to submit a game, then before the stream starts, before 6 p.m. Eastern, submit it on Discord by connecting your Discord and your Twitch. Then at some point, we'll be able to connect your Discord and YouTube, and you can do something on YouTube to do it also. But that's beyond my ken. Zero to 1,500? Well, it depends, because probably you'd be in a spaceship, so it probably wouldn't take very long. I don't think planes or cars can go 1,500. Yeah, you submit it today before 6 p.m. Games submitted after 6 p.m. don't get looked at. You have to understand, which nobody does, and after I explain this, nobody will understand it still. Unrated doesn't mean zero. Okay, unrated and zero. Nobody has a rating of 0. Unrated means you don't have a rating yet. So your first rating could be 1,800. You can't go from 0 to 1,500 because there is no 0. When you play somebody who's unrated and you win, it's not like you beat somebody rated 0. And if their rating was 120, you would have done better. That's not how it works. Anonymous Gifter gave 5 subs. Good, good. We're at a hype train level 3. That's pretty good. Yeah, if you want your rating to be very high, you should only play on Lee Chess. Those ratings are about 1,000 points higher than other systems' ratings. Big Daddy gave 1 bit. We have 1,800 watching on Twitch and 90 watching on YouTube. Go YouTube. Magnus is 4,800 on Lee Chess. Rawr. Where's Karen? She's upstairs. No, lead chess is for lower rated players. Yeah, if you're low rated, you should play on lead chess. Chess.com's too tough for you. As a chess.com streamer, though, play on chess.com. Oh, snap. When white goes e5, you should quit chess because e5's crushing on move 1. It's illegal, too. I uploaded some 5 minutes with Ben today and 3 days ago. So every day there should be more 5 minutes with Ben. There's like 4 or 5 of them haven't been put on the YouTube page yet. Go hype train. Okay, after the hype train, we're going to raid somebody. Either Elena, Nemsko, or Chess Sharks. Whatever you guys vote for. That is not TH. What's TH? Chess Sharks is Grandmaster Caden Troth. Nemsko is Nemsko. And Elena is Elena. Elena's doing poker. Chess Sharks and Elena are doing chess. Theodore Lichtenstein. Or Lichtenheim. Also possible. I've only seen Larson once at a tournament in 88, 89 in Hastings. Probably Wes Berger has Larson stories. You tried one of the vegan restaurants I recommended in the previous stream. What, one in Atlanta? There's 2 in Atlanta near downtown. They're both very good. I don't know the names of them, but if you said the names, I'd be like, yeah, that's it. But I think there's only 2 in the downtown area that are 100% plant-based. My favorite in the U.S. is one that's in Winnetka, Illinois, maybe like 20 miles from Chicago. That's called some kind of elephant. Blue elephant? Some spirit elephant. Yeah, spirit elephant. Yeah, if you live in suburban Chicago, go to Spirit Elephant. I didn't tell you to buy a house in Winnetka. I told you to go to a restaurant. Spirit Elephant. Live in the west suburbs. What do you live in, Oak Park or something? That's not too rich for you. Step aside, Butch. Okay, so I guess I'll raid Nemo because people told me to raid her. All right, tomorrow we have a lecture. It's on the Jerome Gambit. You can watch on Zoom for $10, or you can watch later on YouTube when we put the lecture up. All right, thanks everybody. See you guys Tuesday for the